Hey guys, it's Bailey from Making Up the Midwest, and this is going to be a tutorial showing you how to get this very subtly colorful look using Revlon's Photo Ready Primer and Shadow Palette in Bohemian. So let's get started. First, I'm starting off with a flesh tone base because all of the shadows in this look are shimmery, if not glittery, and so I like to start off with a matte base, placing that all over my eye and up to beneath my eyebrow. Then I'm going to start with what's called the primer shade in this palette, which is ultimately just kind of a light satiny gold, and I'm placing that with a fluffy brush all over the moving part of my lid and up beneath my brow bone. Next, I'm taking the applicator that comes with the palette and going into the shimmery, almost glittery, sparkly shade in this palette and placing that to brighten up my inner corner. And then moving on, I'm taking the same fluffy brush from before and going into the shimmery peach shade and placing that on the outer half of my eye. Next, I'm going in with a somewhat fluffy angled brush into the deepest brown in this palette, and I'm using that to lightly define my outer corner. I love this kind of brush to do this because it's just perfect for creating the exact shape I want out there. Next, I'm going in with a more precise brush into the baby blue, and I'm running that along the outer 3/4 of my eye, right pretty much until it meets with that bright gold color on my inner corner. To add a little bit more color to this look, I'm using my favorite Revlon liner. This is the Grow Luscious liner in the shade Emerald. It's so beautiful, and I'm using that to line my waterline as well as the outer half of my top lash line. Now, I don't like this for doing a precise line on the upper half, so what I do is I just do a very faint line on top, and then I'll take that same fine brush that I was using before and use it to smudge that out. To finish off the eyes, I'm using some mascara. This is L'Oreal's Voluminous False Fiber Lashes, and it's been a favorite lately. I'm sure you can see why, because it adds quite a bit of length with a little bit of extra fullness at the base of the lashes too. Yeah, love it. On my face for foundation, I'm using L'Oreal's True Match, another one that I've talked about quite a bit, and using a Real Techniques buffing brush to buff that in everywhere. You know the drill, it's foundation. Next up is concealer, and this is one that I'm currently testing out, and it's CoverGirl's Invisible Concealer. I'm in the shade Light. I'm dabbing that in my under eye area as well as some redness around my nose and little blemishes I have on my chin. I'm defining the brows. This is NYC's Kohl Brow and Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Taupe, which I love because 1, it's super cheap, and 2, because it has kind of a waxy consistency, so I feel like it keeps my brows in place throughout the day. I want a little extra brightness underneath my eye, so I'm taking Maybelline's Dream Bloomy Touch pen in the shade Radiant for a little salmon color under there to cancel out any discoloration, and I'm drawing the signature triangle underneath my eyes to brighten them up. To bronze all over the face, I'm using NYC's Sun to Sun Bronzer, and I'm taking a fluffy brush going into the bronzer side of the compact and brushing that on my cheeks, my temples, and then just a little bit underneath my chin as well. Moving on to blush, I'm using what might just be the most gorgeous blush for the drugstore. It is L'Oreal's Visible Lift Color Lift Blush in the shade Peach Gold Lift. And I'm using that IT Cosmetics fluffy foundation and concealer brush to apply that to kind of the top area of my cheekbones. Next, using a Real Techniques stippling brush, I'm applying the highlight side of that Sun to Sun bronzer all over where you would typically apply highlight. And finally, we have reached the end of this look. I'm finishing everything off with Revlon's Lip Butter in the shade Sorbet, a beautiful pink shade, although you could absolutely do nude if you want to pair that with a more colorful eye. Either way, you can't lose. Lip butters are amazing. So that's it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about it, and don't forget to check out the 60-second review I have of both of these Photo Ready palettes. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!